It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, NBA fans. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson, and seated beside me, Kenny the Jet Smith, and the Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, we'll see the Oklahoma City Thunder playing against the Chicago Bulls. Looking at the Bulls, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. One of the guys you're going to see tonight, Victor Oladipo, and he is just a monster at the off-guard position. What do you say, Kenny, about how he uses his strength to his advantage?
I mean, he's probably stronger than like 95% of the guards that he plays against. Uses it well, gets in. He finds the contact on the offensive end, which most guys are physically defensively, but on the offensive end, he's physical.
It's the Chicago Bulls facing the Oklahoma City Thunder. Thank you for joining us. It's the NBA presented by 2K Sports for this Thursday afternoon game. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, and on the sideline, so off the tip, it's Oklahoma City. All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. So the Bulls 5 right now. Mirotic out there with Robin Lopez. Then there's Dwayne Wade. Then it's Rajon Rondo. And it's Butler in at the 3 slot.
Almost intimidating the defense there. They didn't even try to get back on defense.
Well, I don't think it would have mattered even if they did try to get back, Greg. I mean, there was no way anybody was going to beat him to the bucket there.
And I tell you what, anytime you get those easy ones, that basket starts to get bigger.
Here's Mirotic, and it's good coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Mirotic has got his second basket of the game.
Rajon Rondo, guys, really needs to operate in a system that's point guard centered. He needs the ball to be effective. Pushing it, driving, dishing. When he has to play off the ball, that's when trouble starts.
Now here's Rondo. Dishes it to Mirotic. The Thunder pull it in.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
Here's Ilyasova. Breaks a big height bounce and goes in. Ilyasova's got his first bucket in this one.
Beautiful feed off the bounce to his teammate there. Nicely done.
Westbrook against Rondo. Here's Lopez. Second shot opportunity, and the shot is good.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
Thunder have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Earlier, Doris Burke spoke with head coach Fred Hoiberg. We'll find out, DB.
I asked him what he thought would be the key for them, and he told me dealing with the penetration of Russell Westbrook. He's one of the most explosive athletes in the game. We've got to send him to help and rotate early to deny him finishes at the rim. Guys, that's never easy.
Thank you, Doris. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball.
Tell you what, guys, his size really comes into play when there's a rebound battle going on. He's got an advantage in there.
Roberson. Ilyasova with the ball. He's picked up by Lopez. It's Westbrook with the drive. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Rondo against Westbrook. Shot from 12. The shot by Butler. Nobody around. Offensive rebound, and he gets it to go.
And the defense just gets caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance opportunity.
You know, that just can't happen. They need much more effort than that on the glass.
That's good from Ilyasova on the assist by Westbrook.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Well, it was a season last year of heartbreak and change for the Thunder, narrowly missing the playoffs as the Pelicans beat them out for that 8th position.
Yeah, and they were teetering back and forth on that 8th spot for most of the year. Ultimately, they just couldn't hold on to that final playoff spot.
There's the bucket. Good.
I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense if he's got the A game rolling tonight.
The drive by Rondo. Here's Butler. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
Guys, for the Thunder, that playoff miss was the first time they didn't make the postseason since their first year in Oklahoma. Fans had really been spoiled with how successful the Thunder have been of late.
Now, here's Westbrook. Shot from 12. Misses that one. His first miss of the night. 2 for 3. Lopez sets a screen for Rondo. The pass to Lopez. Wade against Oladipo. Butler in the corner. Butler missing again.
And the Western playoffs, it seemed a bit amiss without having the Thunder involved. Westbrook, I tell you what, to try and carry that injured group into the postseason last year, but it just wasn't to be.
Now here's Rondo following the miss by Russell Westbrook. And there's the foul. It's on Steven Adams. That's his first foul. Cantor checked in for Ilyasova. The Bulls making a switch here. McDermott, no one around him. And again, Chicago, no good. Thunder have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Oladipo misses. Chicago's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's McDermott. Can't hit. And the Thunder going the other way now. Kicks to Oladipo. To the inside. Cantor. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Boy, he is such a ridiculous dunker.
High riser, no doubt about it.
Goodness, I mean, you come to expect plays like that from him, and folks, that never gets old.
And so here is Chicago, following the score by Oklahoma City. And that one's good. Gibson's got his first 2 points.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
It was a trade that seemingly had been talked about for several years. Finally last season, Boston shipping out Rajon Rondo to the Dallas Mavericks, Clark, halfway through the season.
Yeah, and it seemed to me to be a trade that actually helped both teams.
1:21 left in the first quarter. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder. Bulls made the postseason for the 10th time in their last 11 seasons. Last year, they have become a fixture, Greg, in
that interdivision matchup in their first round against the up-and-coming Bucks. Some hiccups for them in that series, but they were able to prevail.
Boy, in that playoff series against the Bucks, the Bulls looked like they were primed for an upset as they started slowly, eventually pulled it together, and came in as the underdogs against the Cavs.
And the Thunder with some changes. Al Singler, he's checked in for Adams. Ilyasova comes in for Cantor. And Abrinas subbed in for Roberson. Outside Westbrook. Pass to Abrinas. Good. Nice assist from Westbrook.
And the Cavs knocked out the Bulls in 6 games. Bulls went up 2-1 in the series, but didn't have an answer for LeBron. Strong effort from the Bulls, though, but they just couldn't match the firepower of the Cavs. And no doubt last season the Bulls were clearly preparing for the playoffs. They played their rookies but added a lot of playoff seasoned veterans to that roster.
They work hard out there. Go on, show your appreciation for the Thunder Girls.
And Butler, here we go. It's deflected. They retain possession. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the board.
And even this early, that's a good omen for the rest of the game.
As you mentioned, the Bulls added veteran leaders last season. Pau Gasol was the notable one. 11 Bulls. Clark had playoff experience prior to their postseason run a season ago.
And that's invaluable, Kevin, to have that kind of experience. I mean, having Gasol, 2-time champion in the locker room, big, as is having almost a dozen guys who understand the intensity and the details that playoff basketball requires.
And it's the Thunder with the ball. After the minutes from Doug McDermott, puts one up from 19. And Oklahoma City again with the bucket.
The shooting percentage is really solid so far, fellas. Good start to this game for him.
Westbrook against Rondo, and Gibson kicks to Butler. Gibson with the screen on Oladipo. Outside Rondo. Here's McDermott. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Rondo's got 5 assists in the game. Now here's Westbrook. And here's Ilyasova outside. The shot misses. Oh, we've seen some by 5. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. The second quarter beginning in just a moment. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Bulls.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
They're crashing the offensive glass hard, too. I mean, they've dropped in several second-chance baskets.
Here's Wade. 5-point lead, the biggest of the game. On the court right now, second quarter for the Bulls. Butler and McDermott filling out the perimeter. Robin Lopez out there at Mirotic. And it's Wade in at the 1 spot.
You know, Jimmy Butler is one of those guys who had to overcome major odds just to get to the NBA. Reportedly, his father abandoned the family when Jimmy was an infant. Mom kicked Jimmy out when he was 13. The obstacles and adversity go on and on. Yet he's made it, and made it big.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. And going back to Jimmy Butler, there were just so many times when he was set up to fail. He was not heavily recruited out of high school. He was even homeless when he was in high school in the Houston area. Went to a junior college, then Marquette, now in the NBA. So he played his freshman year at a junior college, which I think humbled him just a bit, but maybe gave him that work ethic that is so much, Greg, a part of his game now.
And Kevin, the talent was there. And most of all, as we see how he dealt with adversity, the heart was there. He blocked out the distractions, and finally transferred to a major college and worked his way into becoming a first-round pick.
And he makes both free throws.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Wade with it. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. And stolen by Payne. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
You love the closeout on that possession.
Excellent defense, active, and he made it a very tough shot for him.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a 1-footer. Come on now.
Here's Wade, following the score by Oklahoma City. Lopez kicks to Wade. And the Thunder making a switch here. Westbrook's checked in, and the Bulls making a change also. D, he's checked in for Jimmy Butler. Mirotic dishes to Lopez. That's good. Lopez has got 6.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, you know, they haven't had to do much work on the perimeter.
And that one's good. And that's now 6 points for Russell Westbrook.
Check out these handles. That's rush hour handle. Not midday, not early morning. That's rush hour handle. That nasty spin just froze the defender.
Wade gets the bucket.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
And the Thunder had plenty of reason to be down last year because of the injuries. A big place that it hit them was on offense. They just were not the same absent mainly Kevin Durant.
And so here is Chicago. The Thunder making the shot. And that one's good. And the Bulls lead by 4. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Puts one up from 19. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look. And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
They get it back. The kick out to Westbrook. And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. To the right side. Abrinas. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got his 5th assist in this one. Down low, it's tipped. Adams, the pass to Abrinas. Goes back up. Here's Cantor. And it's sent back by Lopez. And it's out of bounds to the Thunder as Oklahoma City retains possession. Victor Oladipo, he's checked in for the Thunder. And the Bulls making a change also. Rondo's checked in. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Westbrook wide open. He fires. The shot goes down and gets this game back to even.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Lopez sends a screen for Rondo. He feeds it to Lopez. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And Robin Lopez, last season, he missed about 6 weeks with that broken hand, but freak injuries aside, he's been pretty durable over the course of his career. Had played in all 82 games the previous 2 seasons.
And Robin Lopez signing a new contract this offseason. He had been significantly underpaid for his production over the last 2 seasons.
And, Kevin, you knew he was due for a raise. 7-footers who impact the game at both ends the way he does are really valuable.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Ilyasova's checked in. You look at the numbers for Robin Lopez, Clark, they won't blow you away, but his impact is a lot bigger, I think.
Exactly, Kevin. I mean, he's unselfish as a player, does all the little things. He's not focused on his numbers or shot attempts, and that's a welcome deal for coaches and teammates. He just wants to help his crew win.
And that's his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the D and finish at the rim.
From deep, Ilyasova. That's good. Ilyasova's got 9. And it's the Bulls with the ball.
And speaking of the intangibles for Robin Lopez, he's great at boxing out for rebounds and setting screens offensively. Again, things that there really aren't stats that are kept, but those are ways you can impact the game. And those are the kind of plays that often go overlooked.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why, I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
Thunder trailing by 3.
And Lopez, or as they like to call him, Rolo, an elite rim protector. Just a really good shot blocker, but he doesn't chase blocks. He just challenges every shot inside without fouling.
And the Bulls making a change here. Butler's checked in. Westbrook drives in, and Rondo sends it back. Right side, Butler. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. And that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness. Really impressed with the way Jimmy Butler last season made big strides in his game, going from a supporting role player to someone you can build your team around.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. And Jimmy Butler had the career highs across the board last season, won the Most Improved Player of the Year award, really picking up his production in his 4th season.
You know, we had seen the flashes of potential in Butler before. Last season, he sustained great play and really took everything to the next level.
Arenas is checked in for Cantor. Thunder trailing by 3. It's Westbrook with the drive. Arenas the pass to Westbrook. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Westbrook's got 7 now in this quarter.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Rondo against Westbrook. Right side, Gibson. Outside, Rondo. 6 to shoot. T-Wade on the wing. Plenty of space. They get it back. Shot's good by Gibson. Gibson's got 6.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Yeah, but they better rally soon because they've given up 3 straight buckets in the paint.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Back to Butler. All sorts of time. Gibson. Great positioning on the putback. 8 points for him.
Always better to be lucky than good when it comes to offensive rebound. And unless you're as good as he is, then those tip-ins are all about skill.
Westbrook kicks to Oladipo. It's Westbrook with the drive. Robertson dishes to Ilyasova. 17-foot shot on the way. Connects, the jumper drops. Bulls have gone 8 of 12 since the start of the second quarter. That's a really high percentage, hitting around 67%. Rondo against Westbrook. The 3. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
For 3.
Just 4 seconds left in the second quarter. And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. Bulls lead by 5. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Dwayne, give us your perspective on that first half.
I like the way we started the game. Sometime on the road we start off slow, so I thought we got to the fight early. And it's two good teams, so, it's the way it should be.
Dwayne, thank you. Always fun to watch. Guys, over to you.
Thanks so much, Doris, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back in there for the start of the third quarter after this break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And an exhilarating first half, to be sure. Welcome back. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We'll be breaking down all the action for you. It was a closely contested first quarter for Chicago. Their field goal percentage was a robust 50% in the period. That's something they can hang their hat on. The second quarter was dead even in terms of their scoring output for both teams, and they still find themselves in a good position at the half. And Kenny, what did you think about what you saw from Chicago?
You have to love a team that pounds the offensive glass. That's going to gain you extra possessions. And check this out. Sometimes just having more offensive chances than your opponent wins the basketball game.
And big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Thunder.
They played some solid team basketball, Arnie. Pretty good. They were sharing the ball. We saw some nice feeds, a lot of movement. It wasn't 5 individuals out there. It was one cohesive unit. And they got the assist to show for it. Their rhythm was nice.
Game is just about to get going again in the
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half.
He's been absolutely in control. No slowing down for Lopez. 12 points and 1 rejection in this game, too.
It wasn't a good one. Really, one of their highlights of the game defensively.
Andre Robertson out there with Ilyasova. And then there's Steven Adams. Then there's Oladipo. And it's Westbrook in at the point guard position. That's Billy Donovan's 5 as we get going here in the second half.
And really, just a lack of awareness on his part. Just no idea he was right near the line.
The Bulls leading by 7. And it's Wade penetrating. Misses the layup.
Guys, the Bulls defense was as stout as ever last season. A big part of that is they have guys that challenge you inside and at the rim. Even off the bench, all of their bigs are mobile and protect the basket.
The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Wade's got his second basket of the game.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
But that would have been lucky had it fallen. Poor shot selection.
Yeah, look at the coach's face and the expression. It says all over it, are you kidding me? Heads up play there, guys, on the assist and the finish.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Not an easy finish right there, but a beautiful move to give himself just enough space to get in close and knock it down.
Now here's Rondo. He's got 7. Right side, Butler puts it up from 17. Kept alive. Here's Lopez. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
This guy is a beast on the board.
And when he gets those second chance points, he does not waste one of them.
And you know what? It's always going to be a powerhouse finish with him. We know that for sure.
And the Thunder making a change here. Cantor's checked in. And Westbrook, here we go. And that one's good. Westbrook's got 4 this quarter.
Yeah, one of the few bright spots for his team. I mean, he's had a very efficient offensive performance.
No telling how much larger the lead would be if it wasn't for his shooting. I mean, come on, this guy's kept him in it.
And Butler gets it to go on the assist by Lopez. Butler's got the lead up to 11 now for the Bulls.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here. Westbrook against Rondo.
McDermott's checked in for Dwayne Wade.
First team foul. Now into the lineup for the Bulls. Doug McDermott.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Nikola Mirotic, drafted as a late first-rounder, Clark, back in 2011. The Spanish star finally made his rookie debut in the NBA last season, and it was worth the wait.
It sure was, Kevin. I mean, once he started to get consistent PT, I mean, he was remarkable. Can run like the wind for a big guy, not that strong, but more aggressive than you'd think. It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
Westbrook, again, the Thunder score.
And back to Mirotic last season, per 36 minutes, he averaged 18 points, 9 rebounds. He was also a tremendous foul shooter for a rookie big and made the all-rookie first team, was second in Rookie of the Year voting. I mean, what more could you ask for? And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle at their offensive end. You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle, and that's held true in this one so far.
And Clark, their effort on the glass has given them the advantage, but it's also been the effort in general that's made a difference.
And, you know, for Mirotic, his value extends to the defensive end as well. He did a surprisingly good job of racking up blocks and steals last season. You have to believe that if he improves his power and consistency, an all-star nod isn't so far off.
Now Rondo, after Enes Kanter's three-pointer that didn't go. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession.
Oh, nice play there to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
Just a whisker away from coming up with the steal there.
They set the screen. Lets the three fly. Rondo can't get it to go. Thunder trailing by 16. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cotton mouth here. Dry spell for sure.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Now here's Rondo. He's got 7. The feed now to Gibson. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And for most of his career, Taj Gibson has been a tremendous role player up front. GA, he's been extremely steady over 6 full seasons.
And Kevin, he gives you a lot of energy and athleticism when he enters the game. He's got the great length with that 7'4" wingspan. But to me, it's not just about having it. It's about the fact that he utilizes it. And it really allows him to get in there and attack the backboard and contest shots.
Yeah, you know, talking about Gibson, he started 70 games his first year and made the all-rookie team. But thereafter, had been mostly a 6-man off the bench through last season. It happens, but it's still somewhat unusual for a guy to go backwards like that.
Here is Rondo. The Thunder making the shot. And he overshot that one, missing.
Well, I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
And talking about Gibson, if he ever wants to be seen as a high-level starter, he needs to work on a few things. More bankable moves in the post, more fluid post game, if you will, and really increased strength and consistency. I think those things will carry him to that starting 5.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what the head coach of the Chicago Bulls was going over in his huddle. He said their plan was run their offense through Gibson. Coach is looking for him to take on a lot of responsibility when they've got the ball, to be a leader at the offensive end. Probably a good time to make some changes with a good chunk of the second half still to go, Kevin.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. And it will go, and the Bulls' lead is cut down to just 10 points with the bucket from Ilyasova. Chicago has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Rondo passes to Gibson. Butler goes in. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
Guys, their play close to the hoop has been great all game.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
Chicago making a switch here. Wade's checked in. Well, you look at the roster of the Thunder from last year, Clark, they knew how to build from within.
Well, last season's roster, everybody but one player was either drafted or acquired via trade. That's a rare combo in the NBA.
Thunder trailing by 12, and they immediately answer back with a dunk at the other end.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
And so here is Oklahoma City after Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
Now here's Butler. 8 points for him. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And he gets it to go. And that's 13 points here for Taj Gibson.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
Robertson can't hit. Wade outside. From outside the arc. They get it back. Second shot opportunity. Can't connect. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Bulls out front. They're up by 11. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports.
Let's take them back.
And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. Thunder trailing by 11. So for Chicago right now, they've got Jimmy Butler, Mirotic.
Advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the boards.
You know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's given them control of this game.
And Lopez throws it down.
Ooh, rising and punching it on the young fella. You know he loves having that much of a height advantage. Best chance to beat yourself on the highlight reel.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam. You're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
Wade drives in. Here's Butler. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade. And that's 10 points for Jimmy Butler. And Roberson kicks to Oladipo. Plays it up and banks it in.
And he's been passive today, but maybe that's what he needs to get him going, because for them to be successful, he's got to be a little more selfish.
Now here's Gibson. Outside Butler. Back to Gibson. Westbrook with the steal. Here's Oladipo. Oh!
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play.
And who could forget the tear that Westbrook went on last season? I mean, after the All-Star break, it was just triple-double after triple-double for him.
Chicago calls timeout. Greg, for Westbrook, as you were talking about him, the triple-double stretch included 4 in a row. He had 6 triple-doubles, Clark, in 8 games. It was sensational.
Yeah, it really was, Kevin. And what's even more amazing was that he was very close to a triple-double, even on the nights he didn't get one. Man, he's a guy who showed you what it means to carry a team.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Well, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what the head coach of the Chicago Bulls was going over in his huddle. He said, we are this close to finishing them off, but the job is not done yet, and I don't want to see any let-up out there. We'll see how well his point got across, guys.
Mirotic's shot is off.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense.
And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And, Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Well, if the defense keeps giving up easy baskets like that, it won't be a lead for long.
Now here's Rondo. And the whistle blows, and it's going to be an over-the-back call here.
Yeah, not afraid of the physical play, but he still needs to stay under control.
Yeah, he obviously was not under control right there. Not much doubt he was going to get whistled for the over-the-back call.
Robertson can't hit.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, clearly a brain fade there. He's got to be a little smarter in his choice making.
Now here's Rondo. And Mirotic has it in the corner. And again, Chicago, no good. Thunder trailing by 7. Down low, Butler with the steal. Here's the break. And Mirotic kicks to Butler. Back to Mirotic, and a wide open look for Rondo. Another miss by Rondo.
He's not exactly striping them from deep. He had 1 3-ball in the first half, still bageled in the second.
How about this run there in the midst of, on the verge of tying it up or maybe even taking the lead?
Has been an unreal turnaround, and I give a lot of credit to the defense right along with what they did on offense, because the defense actually gave them the spark they needed.
Westbrook, no good. The Bulls leading by 5. Mirotic, a screen on Oladipo. Outside, Butler tries to snap the cold streak. And again, Chicago, no good.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Adams, he's checked in for Oklahoma City.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Now here's Ilyasova. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
And really, they've rebounded well all game long.
Yep, and they've needed every one of those boards. This game's still close.
Here's Butler. He kicks it to Mirotic. Good. Now it's a 6-point Bulls lead.
And the deeper we get into this game, it seems like the more the offenses are in rhythm.
Without question. I mean, both of these teams are firing on full broadband bandwidth. I mean, full throttle ahead.
You can see the leadership qualities on display right there, guys.
You know, he's their coach on the floor. There's no doubt about that. A great communicator, a great teammate, and as you mentioned, Kevin, a tremendous leader.
Well, Westbrook has been great. He's got 26 points and 10 assists also.
No idea we'd see a performance like this one today.
The only way to describe it in my vocabulary is dominance.
Now here's Rondo, and stolen by Ilyasova. And now the fast break. Westbrook with the ball, and it's sent back by Lopez. Westbrook dishes to Adams. Tries again. That one wide left. The Bulls leading by 5. Wade passes to Rondo. A step-back shot here. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Well, they've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
And that's why they're on this run. You get that close to the hoop, and it's a lot easier to make shots.
.156 left in the fourth quarter. Rondo drives in. And it's Lopez at the elbow. Here's Wade. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
That's a shot he shouldn't be afraid to take more often.
Thunder trailing by 5. Fires at the elbow. Another miss by Ilyasova.
Well, that's a very low percentage shot. Not good basketball at all. One he probably should have passed on.
The offensive rebound, Lopez. And he drops it in from the low post. Lopez has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboards.
Greg, and that's been the key to this league. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
And Adams kicks to Oladipo. And here's Ilyasova outside, and he gets it to go. Ilyasova's got 19 points.
And he's finally getting the feel from beyond. His second 3 of the half right there.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. They lead by 4. 1:24 left in the fourth quarter. .124 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Westbrook pulls it in.
The bucket just not well protected, but still he doesn't convert too often. That's been the story with him. And able to pad his stats a little bit there on that play. The board and the bucket.
And you know, Greg, that'll put him in the good graces of that coaching staff, too. My goodness.
Kevin and Greg, hard work on the offensive glass always does that. I mean, his fans will remember the dunk, but the coaches love the rebound.
Now here's Rondo. Victor Oladipo unable to get his last shot to go. Lopez a screen on Westbrook. Rondo kicks to Buck. It's hauled in by Adams.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you can see the frustration on his face. And one area where they haven't struggled has been transition.
Yeah, I think that may be their ticket out of the hole. Look for even more of those quick hitters.
Now here is Mirotic with the floater. And the dunk by Lopez.
Just no let up, guys. They just keep coming at you.
Well, this lead is too big to overcome. I'm going out on the limb right now. There's just not enough time left on the clock to make up the ground they have to make up.
Fast break. Here they come. Here's Butler and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
That's his first personal foul. Shooting for Oklahoma City, Jimmy Butler. At the line for 2.
So the first one drops, and that stretches their lead to 8. Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 9-point ball game here.
And you can wrap this one up. Great job to stay cool at the line and finish it off.
Pass to Ilyasova with the shot. Off the iron that time. Rondo against Westbrook. Outside Rondo. And so it's Chicago winning this one. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Dwayne, you had a huge impact on the boards tonight. Was that something you tried to do?
Yeah, so just try to get down there and help our big guys out.
You did exactly that, Dwayne. Thank you. Kevin, over to you.
Thank you, Doris. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg,
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, much appreciated. And now let's present our Jordan player of the game, Robin Lopez. He notched his season high, and his scoring really seemed to set the tempo for his team tonight. Shaq, And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Have a good evening.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm Ernie Johnson. In this game, we'll see the Oklahoma City Thunder against the Memphis Grizzlies. And for Memphis, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. Got a couple of minutes here before tip-off. Let's talk about the best of the best. The category this time around, ball handling. Kenny, who's got the best handle?
The best handle in the league right now? Oh, easily. Kyrie Irving and Steph Curry.
Well,
I'm going Kyrie number one, Steph Curry number 1A. Because I say this, Steph Curry has to use his handle to get his shot, but Kyrie uses it all the time to get everywhere on the floor.
It's Steph Curry, Jamal Crawford.
Ooh.
Then Chris Paul.
Yes.
Maybe a little Rondo, maybe Tony Parker, Derrick Rose, and my sleeper coming off the bench, Orlando, my neighbor, Elfrid Payton.
Kevin Harlan, take it away.
The Oklahoma City Thunder on the road as they take on their Western Conference rival in today's game. It's a Grizzlies home game. The fans around us amped up here in the FedEx Forum. Thank you for joining us. It's the NBA presented by 2K Sports for this Thursday afternoon game. I'm Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And oh my! How did he hit that shot?
I don't believe what I just saw right there, Kev.
And it's Conley penetrating. The layup missed.
And the Grizzlies, guys, a powerful post-play team.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson joined by Shaquille O'Neal. Kenny the Jet Smith, thanks for tuning in. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And Memphis is where we'll be going just moments from now, as the Grizzlies will be going up against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Looking at the Thunder, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. And before we tip off, I just need to ask Shaq, when you think back to great teammates, what are the qualities that make a great teammate?
Well, you want to play with guys who care as much about the game as you do, a guy who puts the team first, a guy who gets you involved, a guy who has the same dreams and aspirations that you have about the game.
Well, that name sounds like Kobe Bryant to me that you were talking about, but I always look for guys who could push me. And I could push them at the same time, where we could work together. It's a family, the basketball team. You playing for 82 games. You need somebody that's going to be in your corner.
Wouldn't you like to push Kenny?
You ain't really trying to get rich. The Oklahoma City Thunder on the road as they take on their Western Conference rival in today's game. We're live at the FedEx Forum here in downtown Memphis, Tennessee, as the Grizzlies try to defend their home court. Bringing you another edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Now the opening lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. We've got Andre Robertson. Adams is out there with Ilyasova. Then there's Victor Oladipo. And it's Westbrook in at the 1 spot. Kiwi Steven Adams, one of the toughest players down on the block.
And Kevin Adams is not afraid to get under somebody's skin. He's pretty strong defensively, too.
And, guys, that's one of the things I like about Adams. He'll draw the ire of opposing players just because of how he approaches the game.
Now here's Conley. Gasol setting the pick for Conley. Back to Gasol. And a missed layup. And so it's Oklahoma City with it. Here's Robertson. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it. Yeah, and guys, Adams doesn't want to be known as a dirty player. I think he feels he plays aggressive and he hustles, and that sometimes rubs players the wrong way.
Oladipo dishes to Ilyasova. From deep. Parsons with the rebound. And so here's Memphis. Gasol on the high post. No one near Conley as he lets it go. Off target from three-point range. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
I caught up with Coach Dave Yeager. I asked him if he had a plan for all the speed he'll be up against, and he told me a key would be transition defense, saying speed shows up most in the transition game, and we feel if we take that away from them, we have a major advantage. Back to you guys.
All right, Doris, thank you very much.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Left side, Westbrook. He kicks it to Ilyasova. Back to Westbrook. Launches a three, and that one's good. Westbrook's got his first 3 points of the game.
It is so hard to contain him. He just seems to get it done however he has to do it.
Outside Conley. Now the feed to Gasol. And good on the basket. Book it. Gasol's got his first points in this one.
He has such a nice touch for a big man.
Yeah, and they've got to figure out a way to get a bigger body on him. Because if they don't match up his size, then he's going to continue to work him over the rest of the game.
Allen, that's good.
I'll tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
It really has, and they've created a lot of high percentage shots in the paint here already. And really, last season, the Thunder came into the year as a popular pick to to win the West. Of course, we know what happened in terms of injuries, and they ended up having them on the outside looking in terms of the postseason.
The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play.
First team foul.
For the Thunder, their play against the rest of the West wasn't a huge problem as to why they missed the playoffs. And Clark, they went 25-27 against the rest of the West.
Well, at first glance, that doesn't look too bad, but only 7 wins in those 29 games against the Western Conference playoff teams. With the talent the Thunder have, you still think of them as favorites in the West, at least one of the favorites in the West.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Conley kicks to Randolph. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Out to the wing. Oklahoma City moving it around. Oladipo for 3, and the Thunder another 3.
Man, that is not an easy shot right there. I mean, he had to get it off over a much taller defender.
Yeah, he needed to add just a little more loft on that one because of the size mismatch, and he did it perfectly. Of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
They're all about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew up.
Memphis trailing here. Conley, the pass to Gasol. Allen dishes to Gasol. To the paint. Here's Conley. That's tipped. And so it looks like the Grizzlies will retain possession here. And the Grizzlies with some changes. JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Randolph. Carter comes in for Allen. And Bees subbed in for Mike Conley. Cantor, he's checked in for the Thunder. Here's Baldwin. Cans the 12-footer. But Clark, we've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
Yeah, we sure have. I mean, it's been a bit of a windshield wiper game. I mean, back and forth, the lead has gone 5 times, so no one in clear control yet.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
And here are the Grizzlies now. The Thunder making the shot. Parsons with it. Westbrook picks him up. Gasol, a screen on Westbrook. Parsons attacking. He got right to the cup using that screen. Parsons got 9.
Dave Yeager, the coach for the Grizzlies, has really become a big-name coach quite quickly. He's worked his way up the Memphis coaching ladder and has had a ton of success early on in his career.
The Grizzlies have gotten 8 of their 13 shots to find the bottom of the bucket. Baldwin the pass to Carter. Gasol against Adams. Outside, Green. Here's Gasol. Just 5 on the clock. Another shot, and the bucket is good from Carter and deep.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
Here's Roberson. Right through the D for the layup.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
Pass to Gasol. Here's the screen. Up off the screen. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. Clark, looking around the league, there's no team that teams want to play less than the Memphis Grizzlies. They just wear you.
Everybody's on the same page. And even if you beat the Grizzlies, they take a lot out of you in terms of how they try to wear you down.
And the Grizzlies played so well against all the other playoff teams. Part of it is that they just have a style that matches up well with anyone.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. White's checked in. And then for Oklahoma City, Arenas is checked in for Roberson. And it's Payne in for Russell Westbrook.
That's the thing with the Memphis Grizzlies. I mean, there isn't a team that gives them too much trouble anywhere in the league. They're good at home and on the road. They're used to playing in tight, low-scoring games. And they create that situation with their deliberate style.
The Thunder shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. Payne hits them both. Well, Memphis loves the grit and grind mentality of this Grizzlies team. We all know that. They are at their most fearsome, I think, right here in the Grindhouse.
No doubt about it. Some names just stick, and everyone here knows when you say Grindhouse, you're talking about the FedEx Forum. Memphis so strong in this building.
And Oladipo, here we go. Can't get it to go. Good work defensively by Carter. The Grizzlies shooting 56% in this first quarter. An outstanding start for this offense. The Thunder with the lead.
Well, I tell you, last year, guys, the Grizzlies lived up to the nickname of the Grindhouse. Top 5 defense here at home, and a lot of close wins that could have gone either way, but they grinded them out.
Outside, Green. Green, the screen. That drive by Carter, and that one's good.
The lead changes hands once more. There has been no separation between these two teams.
You know, it's made for one heck of an entertaining game. Even when it hasn't been the best basketball being played, it sure has been fun to watch.
And those close wins and that blue-collar attitude is really what helped Memphis. Get to a 31-10 record here at home. I mean, good for second-best home record in that very tough Western Conference.
Here's Oladipo. The Grizzlies making the shot. Here's Abrinas. The Thunder with another miss. And the Grizzlies leading by 3. Here's Green. Finished off the break. Green's got his second basket.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
Here's Payne. And the pass to Abrinas. No good from the wing.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. Memphis out in front. They're up by 5. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And the Grizzlies, a team that's dealt with their share of tough playoff losses. But, you know, you talked to point guard Mike Conley, and as he told us before the game, he still feels a championship is within reach.
We feel like we're a team that's had to go through a lot of adversity. We've been through a lot of things that's set us back. You know, we feel like we can be just as good as anybody else, and why not us?
One big reason why not them is what happened to Conley. Greg losing him in the playoffs last year was the biggest adversity they went through. Can you make a case that it just made them tougher, or did it really take something out of them?
You know, Kevin, it's really hard to say. A tough break, obviously, losing Mike, and I mean that literally as well. But their problems did set them back, and maybe they can be just as good as anybody else, but until they are, they're going to have some issues.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And to look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Memphis.
Guys, right from the start, it's been apparent they're determined to establish a presence in the paint.
You know, one other thing that's clear is how well they're burying their jump shots here in the early going.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So for Oklahoma City right now, they've got Enes Kanter, Ilyasova out there with Andre Robertson. Then there's Russell Westbrook.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time. in the game, fellas.
And it's the Grizzlies with the ball, following the score by Oklahoma City. Abrinas defended by Allen. Poked away. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Cantor.
Yeah, and a big year for Enes Kanter last season. I mean, traded from the Jazz to the Thunder and finally saw the minutes that he was hoping for.
Memphis leading. Conley kicks to Randolph. Randolph sets a screen for Allen. He feeds it to Gasol. And good as it rattles through the hoop. And Cantor did play well with the increased minutes last season, Clark. Averaged a double-double after the trade.
I think it was a great fit for him in Oklahoma City. He still has work to do, but now that he feels like he's in the right environment, I think we're going to see that great potential of his start to come to fruition.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder.
And Marc Gasol, surprisingly nimble for a 7-footer. He really moves his feet well at both ends of the floor.
Thunder trailing by 3. Westbrook passes to Abrinas. Rejected by Gasol. They retain possession. That evens the score. Roberson's got 9 points. Grizzlies have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. And when you look at Marc Gasol now versus when he came into the league, remarkable how that body of his, Clark, has transformed.
Kevin, he changed his diet and he dropped a bunch of weight. Believe it or not, he even grows vegetables at his house. He's really gone all in on the transformation of his body.
Clark, good information.
Yes, sir.
How'd
That's
you
what we
know
do.
that stuff?
That's what we do here.
Whew.
Info and entertainment.
Oh. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Conley into the lane, and it's blocked. And that'll be Memphis as it goes out of bounds. Grizzlies retain possession. On defense, the Thunder. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. Gasol with it. Outside Conley. 5 to shoot. Gasol, a screen on Westbrook. With the teardrop, Conley's shot is off.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
And you know they'll be conscious of him next time they take it inside, too. I mean, that's what really good defenders do. They make you think about their presence.
Now here is Conley. And there's Gasol. That's good on the assist by Conley. And it's 6 points for Marc Gasol.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the freed him up and made the layup possible.
Grizzlies have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Gasol, a screen on Westbrook. Conley. Gasol, this is to Allen. And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. That's on Enes Kanter.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
Memphis shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
Yeah, guys, they can feel very good about themselves when you bring up those statistics. Impressive numbers.
Last year, the Thunder were in a playoff battle all season, Clark. Their road record of 16-24, a big part of why they didn't sneak into the playoffs.
Well, when you're dealing with the kinds of injuries the Thunder had last year, it's impossible to be your best, and grinding out road wins is that much tougher.
Here's Gasol. Excellent D from Kanter.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why, I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
Here's Abrinas, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Rising high to throw that one down.
Sky high, fantastic one-hand jam.
Nice way there, guys, to finish up that possession.
Now here's Conley. Kicked by Randolph, and the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That's his first foul, and Memphis making a change here. Parsons is checked in, and the Thunder making a switch here. On defense, Oklahoma City. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter.
He's given them little to nothing at the offensive end. I can't put it any other way.
And stolen by Parsons. Passes it to Gasol. Allen gets to Conley. And Gasol, here we go. And he gets it to go. Gasol's got 8 points.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
The Thunder have gone 6 of 9 in the second quarter. Some good work from the field. Here's Ilyasova. Good. Nice assist from Westbrook. And the Thunder lead by 4.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this.
Some nice passing there by Memphis. Allen kicks to Parsons. Parsons on the wing. Outside Randolph. Shot clock at 6. Finally into the lane. And it's blocked by Adams.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Gasol kicks to Randolph. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Randolph's got his first bucket in this one.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
And Marc Gasol has become one of the league's most proficient post scorers. I mean, how about the footwork on that low block? He is a load down low.
Memphis trailing here. Feeds it to Conley. Gasol a screen. Conley into the lane. The shot goes down and he gets this game back to even. Conley's got his second bucket of the game to go. And Marc Gasol at 7-1, able to finish over the top with that feathery touch. Whether it's the hook shot, Clark, or the turnaround, tough for a defender to do anything about any of it.
And on occasion, Kevin, he'll throw in the quick spin move and throw it down on top of you. So he's got the full repertoire.
We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so.
Here's Randolph, and no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Thunder have gone 8 of 14 in the second quarter on field goal attempts. It's Oladipo on the wing, defended by Allen. Oladipo, the pass to Ilyasova. Here's Westbrook, and Allen with the block. And there's Marc Gasol on the assist from Parsons. That's 12 points for Marc Gasol.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. Grizzlies lead by 2. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We'll be taking a look back at the first half of basketball. Marc Gasol playing terrific basketball in this one. He had 12 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. Kenny, what'd you think about the Grizzlies?
Well, they're generating points in the paint, which I like to see. Too often teams fall in love with the 3, and the defenses can key on that. You want to keep your offense unpredictable, which is why you need to establish a presence inside. Once you do that, then you can play inside out, and you've got the defense right where you want it.
And big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Thunder.
Well, they had a strong perimeter game. See, Ernie, when this team executes from long range, those weapons spread out of defense. Coming out in the second half, if those shooters are hot, they got a great chance to take it.
And that's it for halftime as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after the game.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters.
You know Gasol is playing well. 12 points and also a block shot. He's been tough on the inside and displayed great vision with his passing, too.
And you know what? He is the total package today, giving them a little bit of everything.
Conley and Allen in the backcourt. Randolph is the 4 with Gasol in the middle. And it's Parsons in at the small forward. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Dave Yeager. They grab their own miss. Parsons against Westbrook. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
Scooped up. Gasol. Banked in off the glass. Gasol's got 14 points for the game.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And, Greg, you know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Now here is Conley following the miss by Russell Westbrook. And he gets it to go. 11 points for Chandler Parsons.
Nice move and finish. I think the halftime break really gave him a second win.
Well, I tell you, the Grizzlies guys were really dominant in the first half of the season last year, but after the All-Star break, barely played above 500.
It's deflected. They push it up 4 on 3. Here's Conley. It's hauled in by Adams. Thunder trailing by 4. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies.
And for Victor Oladipo, guys, last season you saw him continue to make strides in this game. He has the build to be one of the best guards in the league, and he's on the right track right now. Very excited for his future.
Vince Carter is checked in for Tony Allen. And then for Oklahoma City, Singler comes in for Steven Adams, and Anthony Morrow subbed in for Victor Oladipo. Conley against Westbrook. Outside Randolph. Gasol a screen. Parsons on the wing. He's covered by Singler. Releases from 15, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. And that's 13 points for Chandler Parsons. As you said about Oladipo, he has a bright future in this league after playing at Indiana, already stepping into the leader role with the Orlando Magic.
Yeah, and what I like most about his game and the way he plays is that he contributes really in every facet. I'll use a baseball term. He's a 5'2". I mean, he really does a little bit of everything well, and he can make a big impact even when his shot isn't falling, be it on the glass with his passing or his defense.
Shot is good, and the Memphis lead's cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Roberson. Conley kicks to Randolph. Randolph sets a screen for Carter. At the elbow, Conley fires it up. Here's Randolph. Can't get it to go. And Oklahoma City will go with it the other way. Here's Roberson, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Rising high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam.
Nice way there, guys, to finish up that possession.
Now here is Carter. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. Gasol's got 4 assists in the game.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Morrow, no good.
And just because you can make it from outside doesn't mean you need to live there.
Not that far out anyway, Greg. I mean, he can work for a better shot than that.
Here's Conley. Randolph sets a screen for Conley. Randolph dishes to Conley. They double-team Conley. Now here's Gasol. Used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall. And Westbrook throws it down hard.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
Now, I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
From deep, Ilyasova. It's rebounded by Memphis. Outside Conley. He dishes it to Gasol. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Michael Conley with excellent vision on that pass.
Thunder trailing by 5, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
And the Grizzlies with some changes. Green, he's checked in for Gasol. Wright comes in for Zach Randolph. And Bees subbed in for Mike Conley. And then for Oklahoma City, Steven Adams, he's checked in for Singler. Cantor comes in for Ilyasova. And it's Victor Oladipo in for Anthony Morrow. Now here's Green. 5-point lead, the biggest of the game. And the basket good.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that deuce.
Outside Westbrook. There's 1:54 left in the third.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamorous stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
Now here is Carter following the miss by Russell Westbrook. That pushes it to double digits. And that's now 7 points for B.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over.
Clearly, he's not pleased with all the looks they've given up on the inside, and also to get them to tighten up that defense.
Yeah, and I think he's going to let them know about it. I mean, they're playing some soft interior defense, and you can't win that way. That's a recipe for disaster if you're not going to play with some physicality inside.
Allen's checked in for the Grizzlies. And then for Oklahoma City, Anthony Morrow's checked in for Cantor. Ilyasova comes in for Andre Robertson. And Abrinas subbed in for Victor Oladipo. Well, you look back on the Thunder last season, and the theme was injuries. Too many injuries to the bulk of their core.
And, you know, the big three, Durant, Westbrook, and Ibaka, all missed significant time. Only Westbrook of those three was able to finish the season.
And the Grizzlies with possession here after Oklahoma City gets the three. Dishes it to Wright. Parsons up top, defended by Ilyasova. A wide open look here for Wright. Again, Memphis.
The mid-range jumper is a high percentage shot for him, and when he's got that much room, forget about it.
It's stolen by Allen. And now the Grizzlies, fast break. Allen leading the charge, and Parsons gets it to go.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
He's putting on a commanding performance here. He's hit 2 3-pointers in each half now.
Wright sets a screen. Baldwin the pass to Parsons. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And Chandler Parsons, boy, he can really give you a whole lot of everything. Length, quickness, skills, can shoot, pass, rebound, defend, the total package.
And back to Chandler Parsons. His versatility is so valuable to any scheme. We've now seen that in both Houston and Dallas. He gives you percentages and good production every time out.
He does, Kevin, but the one area where I'd like to see him improve is his physical strength. I mean, to take his game to the next level, he's got to be able to play through contact a little bit better. If he can do that, we're talking about a guy who could be a perennial all-star.
Parsons with the rebound.
Hard work on the glass once again, fellas. They put a lot of effort into their rebound.
There's a reason why they have 3 seconds in the lane, and that interior play has made a big difference in this game. I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Outside Westbrook, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Westbrook.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
And the Grizzlies with possession here. Parsons for 3. Off on that one. The points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. Memphis out in front. They lead by 9. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play should begin momentarily. Thunder trailing by 9. So the Thunder 5 right now. Canner is the power forward with Adams in the middle. Russell Westbrook out there with Oladipo. And it's Roberson in at the 3 slot.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Showed nice basketball IQ. I agree, Greg. I mean, if he finds his spot on the perimeter and doesn't force it, I think his outside shot will be hard to block no matter who's defending it. All of the scoring in tight is coming at that end of the court.
You know, they found the holes in the defense and really doing a great job of exploiting.
Westbrook kicks to Cantor. Here's Roberson from beyond the arc and then some. And the Grizzlies leading by 6. Outside Green. Here's Parsons, and there's a nice one-handed slam.
I tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here if he shattered the backboard.
Westbrook wide open. He fires. Here's Cantor. Adams trying to free himself up. The shot's good from Cantor.
They have got to put a body on it, because otherwise, with his agility and athleticism, they're not going to be able to contain him on the offensive glass.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. And with the fourth quarter push coming up here, the coach going over the game plan, and these players rehydrating themselves with Gatorade, recharging their bodies, refocusing their minds, and getting that strategy down to close out the game.
I think he just sees some things that can be improved and wants to get everybody back on the same page.
And usually that, to me, is a good use of the timeout. I mean, if there's something that he's noticed that can give his team a lift, I think he's got to try to take advantage of that.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Yes, guys, over that last break, I listened to Dave Yeager address his team. It was clear what message he was trying to get across. He said, this lead isn't big enough that we're safe. Not by a long shot. I don't want us sitting back and milking the clock. Play to win. Show some aggression. Guys?
Now here's Gasol. Green kicks to Parsons. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And that one's good. Parsons got 4 points this quarter.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Yeah, but they better rally soon, because they've given up 3 straight buckets in the paint.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
And really, the Grizzlies might have dropped to 5th in the West in the final week, but they were near the top for most of last season often could be found in that 2 spot.
Silva, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Thunder trailing by 8. The Grizzlies did slip late in the West, Greg, as you said. Still, Clark, 35-17. That record in the conference was 3rd best.
And even more impressive was the fact that the Grizzlies played their best when playing the other top teams. They went 16-11 against the other Western Conference playoff teams.
That's good.
And his stroke has been dead on from the outside. I mean, inside, outside, it just doesn't matter.
Conley kicks to Gasol. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here.
First team foul.
Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Memphis.
When they've had a chance to attack the basket at any point in this game, they've taken advantage.
They're taking care of business in the paint, too. Those are valuable points they've been getting down low.
And, guys, one thing sometimes gets lost. I mean, Mike Conley is a proven winner. Remember, you go back in high school, won 3 state titles, and the one season at Ohio State led them to the national title game. So that aspect of what he brings, the intangibles, you're going to be a winner if Mike Conley's on your roster.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that 2-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
And so it looks like the Grizzlies will retain possession here. The Grizzlies making a switch here. Randolph is checked in. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. Allen outside. Allen with the screen for Conley. Nobody near Parsons. Memphis the rebound. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Conley's got the lead up to 11 now for the Grizzlies. So here's Westbrook. And for Mike Conley, growing up, he played on some tremendously talented teams. Guys like Greg Oden, Josh McRoberts, his teammates.
Yeah, Kevin, he never had to really look for his own offense to win games with those kind of players around him. He came into the league more focused on setting up his teammates, and that's what he does well.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.